Hello, everyone. It's Himanshu here. I'm here with an important topic that's related to your maturity or immaturity, whatever you want to say it. If you want to get the benefit of it, then you can stick to the video and watch it till the last to get to know about the 7 signs of immaturity. This video is definitely going to be a help to those people who believe that the people comment on them being immature sometimes. What are those signs? Like at least the 7 signs that you can keep in mind. So the first point is like being immature. You will be so reactive. You are going to react on every instant of your life. You would be you will be no control of your emotions. Like you will have changing emotions. Sometimes your vibes will not match with others, and you will try to get frustrated easily. So very small things are going to make you frustrated. Even talking to somebody and you're focusing on something, it's gonna be quite tricky to you many a times. You will be frustrated easily at small or tiny things in your life, which is actually going to harm you even mentally. So that's the first sign that tells you that you are so reactive. Being immature, you would react so easily at any moment. So when even the situation is opposite to your opinion, you would not like it. You would instantly reject that fundamental idea of the other person, and you would try to actually say that thing that I am not interested or something like that. So you would be so reactive. That is a first sign. So to curb this one up or to control this thing, what you can do is you can actually reverse count, or whenever you feel frustrated at something, just control your emotion and just keep on listening to others. Listening is the more important factor when it comes to um, the reaction. Like your reaction is not going to be like out of control when you are going to listen to other very carefully. So listening is going to keep you calm and will give you the reply, which is going to be the apt one. Like it's a good saying to say that think before you speak. So whenever you want to say something or you want to say abruptly to something, then definitely it's going to harm other person's psyche as well. Like once you're going to be immature in your act, then definitely it is going to harm you, not only personally but also professionally. Like when you're going to meet your colleagues and you're going to behave immaturely, like at certain junctures, then definitely it's going to harm you a lot. So that is the first sign of being an immature person. Like you're so reactive at every moment. You have to listen to others. You have to give time to like listening more of the time. So that's how you can get rid of this problem of immaturity. That's first point. Point which is very much important is like to know like how can you call yourself immature is you spend a lot of energy and money in fashion and show off, because that is not the part of your life. Actually, that is not the part, sorry, that is the part of your life but not that important. Not that important. Like it should not be given that priority in your life. There are the people in the world who are very um, simple in fashion, but their fashion actually goes along the world. Like Bill Gates, I have never seen him wearing something which is quite flamboyant or something like which is very pompous. Or even the Ratan Tata, one of the example. Then when you're gonna see their attire, the way they dress themselves, and accordingly even their age, it doesn't matter like which level they are on, but they are very simple minded, but their thinking is very high. So they earn a lot, but they don't show it off to the people. The people who try to show it off to the others, then definitely they have the problem with just focusing on that stuff. They will buy the clothes, they will keep on focusing on the clothes rather than focusing on the target of their life, that is achieving the goals in the life, uh, to set up the business, sometimes to become an entrepreneur, or to find a job which is actually suitable to their schedule or to their life standards. So they won't focus on that one. They will focus on something which is out of the track, that is focusing on the clothing, focusing on the fashion. They will buy cars but they won't have the money for buying it. They will buy it on the credit but they would not be able to actually fulfill that credit. So one should have double thought um, while dealing with this stuff. So that is the second sign of immaturity, that they will be quite flamboyant, and they will be focusing on fashion and show off stuff rather than focusing on the right stuff in their life. So to get rid of that one, I would say that yeah, discipline is the only thing that can save you from this evil. So the third sign for the immaturity. That's quite visible to lots of people, is playing a victim card. Like, the people who are immature, they will try to fix it up to everybody that I am the one who is a victim. I am the one, like, who is at, mercy of others. So they will try to gain sympathy from others. They will try to, they will not try to find solutions. They will they will try to focus on the problems rather than solutions. So they won't have the problem solving skills. They will not actually focus on like how the things can be done. They will focus on how the things are very bad to me, how my family is not behaving well with me, or my friends are not behaving well with me, or my workplace is not good for me, or some of the things. Like, let me tell you, it's not like only the red material. I have experienced that with me as well. Sometimes you become so frustrated, sometimes you become so alienated in your life, then you think like these things are happening only with me, but the whole world is suffering from that. So when it comes to facing troubles or facing problems in life, it's not only you, there is the whole world who's facing the same trouble. There you can see the condition in Ukraine, you can see the condition in Syria, you can see the condition in different parts of the world where the people are suffering a lot just because um, you know the conditions are not good, or even sometimes that's the fortune that they have in their life. So playing the victim card is not something which we should do. We should try to solve the problem. We need not to actually put it on somebody else that you are the cause of a concern but I am not. Then that person is going to be definitely offended by your actions. So you should get rid of that. That is the third sign. And the fourth sign that you should actually be aware about, that is, the person who is immature will always want to save, uh, you know like, you always want to save you from the things that are against you. Like, the person who is actually the immature guy or a girl or whomsoever it is, the person will definitely try to actually get rid of the stuff which is against the person. So what they would do is, like, what they should do is they should be open to the problems. Like, if there are some issues that are happening with you should actually realize this thing. There can be situations that when you are alone, there can be situations when you have to face the trouble, or you can be wrong as well in your life. So you don't defend yourself when you are wrong. You have to say that I am wrong here. So whenever you are wrong, just commit yourself to be a sinner and say that this is my mistake. I need to learn from my mistake and I won't do it again. Repeating the same mistake again and again is also not the right thing. That is also the sign of immaturity. The person who is immature will definitely behave this way. Like, they will try to do the mistake, and sometimes they do it, like, they will intentionally say sorry and they will keep on doing the same stuff again and again. That is also the sign of immaturity. So if someone even is kidding, someone even is trying to make fun around, or is trying to create the jovial environment around the friends or even the colleagues, so they will try to dig the grave of that person, that how dare you talk to me like that or something like that. So you have to be open. Like, being open minded can actually get you saved from this menace of being against, like, everybody else. Like, if they are against you, so if somebody is against you, there can be problem with you, there can be some issues with you. You need to rectify those issues and try to just curb them up, or club them, very harshly. So that's how you can actually save yourself from lots of stuff. Then comes a fifth signpost, which can let you know that you are immature, because this life is yours. Nobody else has the right to actually or nobody else is responsible for your actions. You are the one who is responsible for your actions. And even if you are not successful in your life, that is also your problem. Nobody else is concerned for that, or nobody else is responsible for that. You are the one who is actually at fault, even in case you are not getting successful. So these people who have immaturity, the fifth point is that they will compare themselves with others. So that is their main problem, their main issue. They want to become Bill Gates. They don't want to do their, like, they don't want to keep their individuality. They don't want to do something separate, or they don't want to do something out of the box. They just want to compare themselves. Yeah, if that person has a car, why don't I have that? If that person has a bungalow, then why don't I have? What you have, we need to save that. We need to be happy with whatsoever we have. Whether I have my good friends, whether I'm making good friends or not, the person has to find ways out to meet the level of maturity. Like, that maturity isn't actually finding new ways of living the life. It's not like, degrading yourself and clubbing yourself a lot, and then thereafter making a fuss over this thing that I am in comparison to that person. Nothing. So you need not to actually compare yourself with anybody. You should actually just focus on your goals, and whatever your achievement, you need to just compare yourself with yourself. Like, you need to compare yourself with the past you. Like, whatsoever you have done in the past, whether you have achieved more than that or not. Even if you haven't, then trying to do something good. So maturity is in actually moving ahead, not in moving backward, not going in the past even, let me tell you. So do not compare yourself with anybody else, because they have, like, we have learned one lesson, that is individual differences. Every person in this world is different in one way or the other. So if the person is different in one way or the other, I don't think so there is any chance that we should compare ourselves with anybody else. So that is the fifth point, that you should never ever compare yourself with anybody else. So for example, if we say that, like, I have a cup of tea and I have a cup of coffee, both will have a different taste. Both will have the different choices made by the people who will have them. Okay. The person who is going to have coffee or the person who is going to have tea will have their different priorities, different taste buds. So if the taste is not the same, even if our five senses are not the same, whatsoever our choices are not the same, then how can we compare ourselves with anybody else? Your life's destiny is totally different from, even if we want to compare with your own self, let me tell you. Because there are people around the world, like, who have become great, not comparing themselves with others. Just they followed their own dreams. Follow your dreams. Follow your steps, whatsoever you have actually lined up. You should have a journal with you. You should write the things down every now and then, so that you will have the maturity of thoughts. You'll get to know that what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and what are the different steps that you can take to actually improve yourself. So do not compare yourself with anybody else in life ever again. So the sixth point, the second last point, to let you know that you are being immature, that is, you never deny any request. This is one of the video that I also saw on Instagram, I guess. It was one of the reels, and from one of the program where like one of the Bollywood celebrity was saying that we do not say no to the request. When somebody says, please do this for me, you say, yes, I will do that. You always say yes to everybody. You don't have the courage to say no when you don't have the time according to your convenience. You don't have the time, but you will keep on saying that, yes, I'll help you out. Yes, I'll help you out. The person is going to, empty you within seconds. Let me tell you, the person is going to empty you within seconds, because there are people in the world who are actually always preying on you. Like, they will always try to find out your peaceful side, to be good one, to be destroyed. So do not let other people destroy your peace just by saying yes to them every time. One time, other time, whatever time it is, when you don't have the time, you should not give your time to somebody else when you are focusing on your own works and tasks. If I will leave my task today, I will get frustrated and I will behave immaturely. And the person is going to, the same person who is getting my help and I'm getting frustrated just because of that, is going to say the same thing: you are immature. So instead of getting that remark from that person, instead of that one, just simply say no, that I am busy with my task. I want to do my work first. And once I have achieved my duty, or once I have achieved my work done, so then definitely then I can, if I have the free time and if I have the will and the intent and the desire to help you out, then I will definitely help you out. But otherwise, if you will say that like I'm going to help you out in any scenario, that's not possible. That's not possible at all. With everybody, your mother, your father, that's another scenario. Your parents, your family members, your siblings, that is another scenario. I'm talking about the donation of your time, just because the people are random and they came in your life as your colleague for temporary period of time, and for not for the longer time. And like there has to be a line between that. Like once you have helped somebody, you should expect the same stuff from them. Like if they are not actually behaving the same way as you are behaving with them, then definitely you have to take some steps to stand away from them. You should say no to the person. Okay, you will have various reasons for yourself. You have your own life. Okay, so the last but not the least, the last sign, which actually reflects that the person is immature, is a careless risk taker. The person who will jump from the mountain without even thinking that I have something at my back to cover me up or let me fly, then definitely the person is taking the careless risk, which is not right. There is always a calculated risk. The risk has to be always calculated, that after this, I'm not going to be at any kind of I'm not going to be jeopardizing my life in any way. So risk taking must not be done in excitement. You should never be like, yeah, I am going to do it, I'm gonna do it. Or if somebody is pumping you up, somebody is trying to push you, yeah, you can do it. You have to calculate whether my ability says, whether my capabilities are in that field or not. If I am just not calculating that stuff and I'm simply just jumping into that, I'm taking a risk which is a careless risk. I don't think so that careless risk is a good stuff to be done. So it should be always measured. And one more thing, like the people who will take the careless risk will once take the risk, won't take it again. They will be buried in the ground. Once they have taken the risk and they have failed, they will not take the risk again, because they have taken the careless risk. They got to know that, yeah, I don't know like how the thing's gonna work, then I'm gonna just lose. When you have calculated the risk, you know that I can do it again. I can do it again. The person who will do it again is a matured one. The person who is going to take that risk again, but the calculated risk, will be the mature personality. So people say that we should not have the maturity. One should not have the maturity when dealing with the children. Be a child when you are among the children. Be a child when you are actually enjoying your life. But don't be a child when you are dealing somebody professionally. So it depends upon the person you are dealing with. It depends upon the people you are talking to. It depends upon the identity that you have to deal with. So these are the 7 signs which actually let you know that whether you are mature or immature. I hope so this video will help you out more in your life. And I would try to provide you lots of material like such in the future times to come. And kindly let me know in the comment section whether you like the video or not, or what kind of stuff do I need to bring more. For now, it is time to say bye-bye. Thank you. Take care.